idea that we can find ways to slow down diseases of aging, maybe even aging itself. And when I started doing this about 15 years ago, this was considered a crazy idea to find genes that actually control the aging process. But actually now we know there are genes in our bodies. There are 7 of them that we work on called sirtuins. And these genes, we think, control the body's natural defenses against diseases and aging itself. And so the overall theme of my lab's research over at Harvard Medical School is to find ways to tap into our body's natural defenses and turn on these genes that exist in our cells, but they typically don't do a very good job. And so we're trying to make medicines that will turn on these pathways, these very ancient pathways, and boost them in a way that will slow down diseases. And when I say diseases, that includes essentially all of the major diseases of Western society, of the developed world. So there's cancer and heart disease, Alzheimer's, osteoporosis, heart disease. And what we're finding in the lab, by tweaking these sirtuin genes and even some of the drugs that we have in clinical trials, they're able to slow down not just one of these diseases, but actually slow down all of them, and even reverse some of them. And so the future that I hope to see, if this research comes to bear, I really think that it'll happen in our lifetimes, is that a patient could go to their doctor and let's say they have high blood sugar, they have type 2 diabetes, and the doctor will say, well, we have this medicine. It's a breakthrough medicine, brand new on the market, and it'll bring down your blood sugar. And the patient says, that's great news. And the doctor says, well, I have to warn you, there are some side effects to this drug. Some of the side effects include to be protected against cancer and heart disease and Alzheimer's and osteoporosis, and by the way, your memory will improve. Now that sounds like science fiction, but actually we do this all the time in the lab with animals. We can make mice smarter, run twice as far, protected from all those diseases, and we haven't found any side effects yet that are negative. So we could have medicines that simultaneously protect the elderly or even the middle-aged person from some of the diseases that kill people. And the future, I think, is really bright. You can imagine a future where a 90-year-old is just as healthy as a 50-year-old and still plays tennis, and maybe we see people reaching their hundreds when they can see their great-grandkids graduate from uni. So this is the future that I hope to see.
NMN, and really how this interacts with something called NAD. I know I'm throwing a lot of acronyms out there. You probably have to clean that up. But why could this be an intriguing supplement potentially for people to take?
It is an essential molecule for life. If we didn't have it, we'd all be dead in 30 seconds or less. It's like taking cyanide. NAD is vital for life. Many, actually hundreds of chemical reactions in the body require it. But what's stuck like this? It will not work. And the NAD is the gas. And without the gas, it doesn't matter what you do. And the problem is that certainly in mice, and it looks like in people too, many of our tissues, and certainly our skin, we have less NAD as we get older. And that means our sirtuin defenses, which are cleaning up cells and preventing scratches on our genome, they work less. And particularly with COVID-19 patients, it's been shown in early work that they have very low NAD levels as well once they have the infection. In fact, the virus chews up the NAD. So what we're talking about is restoring the NAD levels back to a youthful level and allowing our bodies to defend themselves and heal the way we did when we were young.